3 to 4. Yes.
Okay, Robert, can we test your mic first?
Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing. Nice. I like that.
Beautiful. All right, Raymond, your turn.
Hey, how's everyone doing out there? Ray Aquino and Robert Bulmer here on Mortgage Talk Podcast. Is that okay? Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, that's great.
Perfect.
You want an intro or me?
Yeah.
You intro? Okay, yeah.
That's fine.
Okay, I am ready whenever you guys are.
Okay, count down, please.
Alrighty, in 3, 2, 1.
Hello, everyone out there. Ray Aquino here with my co-host Robert Bulmer.
Hello.
Mortgage Talk Podcast here in the high desert. How's everyone doing out there?
How's it going, everybody?
Yes, good to be here. Man, what a beautiful, beautiful day. Again in the high desert. We are so lucky up here, Robert, right? To be living in such a great neighborhood, great area.
Yes, the high desert. I love it. I call it the tropical desert.
Love it.
I've been up here since 2000, and I love it.
Nice.
Coming from the Inland Empire, Fontana, born and raised.
Yes, nice. So what this show's about, guys, is about qualifying for mortgages, talking about everything real estate, our experiences in real estate. I'm a local investor up here in the high desert. My wife and I, we buy and hold properties for long term. And we also have a restaurant called the Springhouse Family Restaurant. Come join us and check us out. It's an all-American diner located at 16441 Main Street, Hesperia, California. And you can reach me on my YouTube channel at Investing in Rentals. I found my passion along with Instagram and TikTok at AquinoRay99. Robert, why don't you shout out your info?
Yeah, I'm an active loan originator since 1998. Well, a loan originator, and I'm active and licensed now currently. Been in the industry since 98. I work with my NMLS number is 322918. You can get a hold of me directly at 760-669-7813. I work with an amazing nationwide company, FBC Mortgage. They are an equal housing lender. Their NMLS is 152859. I'm on an elite team. Hashtag Team Hartwell. You have to be experienced and elite to be on his team. And our motto is, this show's all about from first-time home buyers to investors. You have a lot of experience here with Raymond and myself. And again, you can find me all over Facebook, Instagram, Robert Bulmer. YouTube channel is Mortgage Talk Podcast. Raymond's posting a lot more videos on his YouTube, but we're recording our sessions because we're putting out really good information. We're teaching people from first-time home buyers all the way up to Raymond's amazing experience. He's actually in a journey from when he just started getting into rentals to now where he's getting close to having his actual realtor's license date.
Yes, wow, that's amazing. Yeah, it's been a journey, a quite journey, and hasn't even been that long, Robert, since I've been investing, my wife and I. Since 2019, September of 2019 is when I met you buying our 4th property. Now, this property I bought with the intentions of renting it out, using it as a rental, right? Property. But the other 3 properties before that, so I had my primary residence and my wife had a primary residence when we first met. And in order for us to have the families fit all in under one roof, we bought a 3rd property. But then the 4th property is when I met Robert, and he's the one that helped me structure everything from the beginning, guys. So I had to refinance my primary residence, my property in Adelanto, refinanced that one. And in order to buy that 4th property, September of 2019, remember that, Robert?
And we built a real estate empire. You built a real estate empire on a W-2 hourly job.
Yes, that's how I was able to qualify for these loans with your help, Robert, being creative, and your team, great team.
Even with your restaurant, because that was early on in the restaurant, everything was based on his anchor, his W-2 hourly job.
Yeah, 19
At the
years.
time, that was your anchor.
Well, yeah, of course. Well, now it's almost 20 years with the company now, and what the bank looks for is a solid income, right?
Mhm.
Solid income, great credit. It doesn't have to be great, but good enough credit to qualify.
And we talk, and that's the first one of the first lessons we talk about on this show is there's three main categories or three main qualifying factors that all the banks look at. That really all the guidelines, everything revolve around really these three categories. We teach you to coach you up to prepare for that first home because we have a saying, and it was in your situation's a perfect example is one house leads to another.
Yes, it does.
You want to hear an amazing stat? They did a survey, and this is pretty much they took renters' wealth compared to homeowners' wealth. This ain't talking about investors. We're talking about people who rent versus people who just own and live and pay for the house they're living in. The net worth of a renter is $5,000. The net worth of a renter average in America is $5,000. The net worth on average of a homeowner, same situation when you look across the board, one rents, one owns a home, $250,000.
Absolutely.
Net worth.
Yep. That's a huge
I thought.
difference.
I mean, I was like, Holy Spirit chills.
No, that's awesome comparison there. So, what would you rather be, a renter or a homeowner?
And it's because it's a real asset. There's so many reasons historically.
Yeah.
It's real. Homeowners. It's a real asset, but it's real across the board. You can put
Yeah.
real in front of you. You name it.
Well, that's where the name real estate comes from, right?
Ooh, I like it.
So this weekend, guys, we got together with a buddy of mine. He's a driver for the company I work for, and one day after work, we were sitting there, and he was asking me questions. What can I do with this, Ray? I'm in this scenario now, this situation, asking me questions, right? So I told him, hey, his name is Robert, also, by the way. He's like, hey,
Great name.
Robert, great name, right? So he says, no, I tell him, why don't we get together with Robert? He's my preferred lender this weekend, all right, on a Saturday. And he's like, sure. You know what? That's a great idea. Is it okay if I bring my wife? I was like, yes, I want you to bring her because it's very important that both you and your significant other are on the same page,
Mm-hmm.
depending on what your goals are. We can put everything on paper, and it's kind of be like an interview. And I told him, and he's like, sure, let's get together. So we actually did, right, Robert? And,
Yeah, it's great. I love it because it's like going to your friend's house, and
Yes.
meeting new friends and meeting, especially when it's people like somebody you work with
Absolutely.
or whatnot. Because we were able to go over there and you have amazing refreshments and snacks.
Oh yeah, they came over to my house. So if you guys want to come over to my house, I have a lot of refreshments and snacks. You guys can.
So yeah, and and it's just to conversate and game plan. When you go over, you don't need personal information to game plan and to see what's possible. You just need to have a good group of people to talk about it.
Well, now, don't give yourself too much credit there, Robert. Don't be so modest. You know what? Robert has many, many years of experience, and that's why I always refer him to my friends and family because what he has done for my wife and I since the beginning, since 2019, was help me restructure. He was very creative when it came to my resources and what I had going for me at the time, which helped me now get up to 9 properties with 14 rentals. But if it wasn't about that restructuring from the beginning, guys, I wouldn't have been able to get qualified for those future loans.
Correct. We had to set the stage so that your regular W-2 to hourly job that you put in 60 plus hours a week.
Well, it's 14 plus hours a day is what I work, Robert.
Wow.
And yeah, it's tiring, but you know what? My wife and I, we're very hard workers, and I think this is what has got us to this level, was always being on the grind, making the best decisions when it came to finances.
Mm-hmm. And what did we talk about? What was your guys' instincts before you even met each other? We both went through some, everybody has, stuff that happens in life and tragedies and whatnot. But what happened when you got back on track? What was your first instincts? I need to own what I live in.
Yes.
I want to.
Oh my goodness, that because me the Holy Spirit chills, Robert. Let me explain why. Because I was living in a bedroom at my brother's house. I was paying him $600 a month for rent, right? A little bedroom. I had access to all the facilities.